So let's back up a little and look at some early ideas about building blocks of matter. So back in the 5th century BC, Leucippus and his student Democritus, anybody ever heard of those guys? Me neither, until I read the book. They were the first to propose that matter was composed of small indestructible particles, and they gave them the name atomos, indivisible. Democritus wrote, "Nothing exists except atoms and empty space, everything else is opinion." They proposed there were many different kinds of atoms. Each was different in shape and size, and they moved randomly through empty space. These guys were way, way ahead of their time. Their contemporaries, Plato and Aristotle, have you heard of those guys? Yeah. They believed that matter has no smallest parts. You could divide it infinitely, and that everything's composed of fire, air, earth, and water in different proportions. Now, there was no way to experimentally test these ideas. These guys were philosophers. They sat around and thought about things. They were not scientists. Scientists have hypotheses and test things, right? There was no way to test this stuff. So it kind of ended up being a popularity contest, and Aristotle won. He was more influential, and so everybody believed him. No, the whole idea of atoms is stupid. Set back science 2,000 years. They had it right way, way back then. So eventually, the scientific approach or the scientific method became the way to learn about the physical world. And John Dalton, who lived in the 1700s and 1800s, offered convincing evidence that supported those ideas that Leucippus and Democritus had. His ideas supported that, but there really wasn't any evidence yet until 1905, when Einstein came up with his theory.